Hello. It's me. I'm back again. What a ride. It was not a cigarette break. I went outside and got a coffee and took like a little walk. Fucking hot today. But there also like a lot of stuff happened with the painting because I don't know. I was watching this episode of, I don't really remember. I found like a really good YouTube video and then I couldn't pick up the phone to film because that YouTube video like put me in the right flow. And I think it turned out great. I did some stuff here and here, like some stuff on the bottom. I already forgot what I did. What also happened in the like time skip era, I got my foot stained. It was another accident with the color bottles. And because I forgot to pick up any tissue, I'm using toilet paper. But it's not about what you use, it's about the way you feel about it. I introduced the red that stained my leg onto the palette. It is this fucking thing. Cadmium red, deep red, very deep red. Yeah, and I just used it to mix it into the brown mixture, so this is why that brown maybe looks more like warm, if you can even see it in the camera. But I checked the footage and I was like, holy shit, you can actually kind of see what I'm doing. I was not expecting that, so now the pressure is on. I also saw, and I hope that I'm doing better right now, I'm not even in the frame. So everything I did I'm kind of only showing one eye, which is kind of funny. So I guess that's how it goes, right? So now I'm insecure about being in the frame or not, but I think I am. Yeah, exciting day. Exciting day. So I kind of made up my mind. I think I'm just gonna work from the back to the front. I think that's what people that actually know what they're doing do. Maybe. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna do that. And in the meantime, I added some turpentine here so I can clean my brush because I didn't prepare that. Also, turpentine is really cool. You can do some cool shit with it. But yeah, I forgot that it existed. So, and I want to say, like, stop saying so. That's like kind of German-ish. Yeah. Okay. Taking a quick look. Oh yeah, I also wanted to be like much more brave because in the first one, I really that was kind of too like la sort of painting. That's not getting me anywhere. So let's turn up the heat. And pick a cool spot where we can go. I wanted to create some like darky, cloudy shit, and that's gonna be really fun. So I'm gonna do that now. I might do it with this brush and then just switch brush and do some textural work and then see, because I love texture and I want to include the texture into the painting, and yeah, that's what I'm about to do. So I'm just gonna pick up some medium, put it on. I don't know if you can necessarily see my palette now. Let me check. I'm gonna like do a quick. I think you can. Like, I don't know how the like overall quality is, but we have to go with the flow. Yeah. Oh my! I didn't even like say anything about what I want to have, like what I want to do with the painting. I think I don't do that because I don't really know what exactly I want to do, and I don't want to limit myself to like some idea. I just want to like kind of let it happen. But at the same time, like, you know, there are some sort of guidelines, or not guidelines, but like vision or some shit like that, that is like in my brain still. So for this piece, I got inspired by this this idea that there's like very like broad, just like there's some sort of emeraldish like figure in the middle of the painting as kind of the focal point. I don't really know if it's living or if it's just a statue or something like that, but that was like kind of, oh, I want to do that just from an aesthetic point of view. That's why I laid it down in the middle. So this is like just like about like visually, and it's a cave. It's like a little bit like a memorial sort of vibe. I also want to like capture ruins. I want to capture maybe shapes that don't really belong anywhere onto the scene, but just are maybe on another layer. Yeah. Now I have like a pretty dark color, and I'm just gonna like go do like some you think like, oh my god, you're killing the painting. I don't think so. Well, let's see. It's gonna be fine. So yeah, I'm just like doing that and see what's gonna happen. So then tonight was like a really interesting night. Like sometimes you have this kind of sleep where you just you fall asleep and then you're like fucking dead. But today or tonight, the night of today, I felt like I would dream something and then like almost not even wake up and then immediately dream something else, like somebody like switching the CDs or some shit. And that was kind of weird because after a while of that happening, like sometimes I woke up and I was like, damn, can this like stop? I just wanna like have a nice rest. But it did not really stop. So I just had to kind of be in that state for the whole night. And then at some point I woke up, you know, did like the deed, went to the toilet, and on the toilet I was like, damn, like, I hope that this shit's gonna like stop, because it's kind of getting a little bit old. And then after waking up, I was not really sure, like, how long have I been like dreaming? How long have I been just sleeping, you know, like, I don't know, it was super strange. A little bit of blue maybe. So I woke up kind of, didn't rest too much. But it also didn't feel like I can like, usually I can like wake up from a dream when I inside of the dream realize that I'm dreaming. I usually can kind of trigger me like waking up. I don't know if that's a common thing. I think, like, yeah, that's how it works for me. So I'm like, wait, this is like super trash, what the fuck's going on? And then I just wake up, you know. So tonight I couldn't do that. And I was kind of like, every dream kind of caught me to, like, I was caught in every dream to this one moment where it got so ridiculous. I have no like example because, you know, classic, I can't name it. But it got so ridiculous at points that I was like, okay, I'm dreaming, I got you. But then I couldn't wake up. So kind of the feeling of being trapped has like been kind of a mainstay in my dream world. Yeah, I'm talking about this because today I'm just like really focused on that. It's like I'm just thinking about it a lot. So yeah, being trapped is kind of one of those like reoccurring things that is like kind of the only thing that can scare me in a dream. Like, I don't know, as a child I had a lot of like dreams that were like more on the gore side, you know, like somebody, yeah, like some brutal stuff or whatever. But now mostly the roughest dreams come from me feeling trapped. And how it usually does it is it like recreates reality exactly in a dream, like my room, or it's often just my room, whichever room I'm staying in or I'm sleeping in. And yeah, it'll recreate it, and then I think that, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing right now. And I think like, damn, okay, this is reality. And then something happens, like, something happens inside that room that is very close to something that could happen in reality till one point, like this one point that I already kind of touched on. And then I'm like, oh, this is a dream. And then usually my brain like redoes another dream that is exactly like reality. but it's not reality, it's still a dream. So basically the scary part is to not know if you're in reality or if you're dreaming, but every time you ask yourself that, you're dreaming. Because usually, you just wake up and you wake up, and when I wake up after that night, I still just wake up. I hope you catch what I'm saying. Maybe might not be explaining it too well, but that's like one of the more scary things that I do encounter. Like, I'm kind of super interested right now in the dream world, what people dream, and also what the fears of the people are in the dream. I think they are closely related to reality, but sometimes there's probably a fear, like panic, or no, that's not a good. Anxiety. If you get anxious, if you get scared, like really scared, you could take the example of just like, oh, I'm scared of spiders, just because I'm not scared of spiders, but people are scared of spiders, so it's a good example as to what I mean. It's like, you can be scared of spiders, but maybe the dream, exactly that like phobia type of anxiety, it can like recreate it in a different way and like mask it. So maybe you're not afraid of spiders, but ultimately afraid of losing control over something, or I don't know, like very. I will get better at explaining, but I think some people will kind of understand what I'm saying. So I'm interested in what actually like people are scared of in the dream world, like how the dream would encapsulate their scare, like their the things that frighten them or something like that. The things that their struggles. And if they are always different approaches of the dreams, or if they often are pretty like similar attempts, like for me with the being trapped, that is always a similar attempt, but sometimes in different shoes, different outfit. I really like this now. I think I really like this now, yeah. Because like before I felt like a little bit too constructed. And then I want this to be a interesting arc point thing. So yeah, I would love to actually. Dreams are pretty private, and I think like, especially when you dive into the dream, a lot of people don't really tell the truth about the dreams. They try to put the same kind of dream out to like people. If somebody asks, you say, oh, I dreamt this, but in reality maybe there are some details I feel like that people leave out, or at least I often do that. I tell a dream how it is, but like some important detail about who is that person, what am I interacting with, how am I like I can leave that out quite often, because it might be embarrassing or something, but it would be so interesting to like talk to somebody that actually tells you the complete truth about their dream. Yeah, that would be super cool. Now I'm like at a place where there's something's happening there, and something's happening there, and I need to connect it. I don't really know how, so I'm just gonna go for, oh, it's kind of bluish. That didn't really work, but it will in the future. Oh, there's a fly. Sorry. Okay. I think the mixture is too blue right now, so I'm gonna go back with a red. And I need more of this medium thing. I think I'm already doing much better than in the previous version of this try. Or I hope so. Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna tell you about a dream that I've been having as a child. Like, there was a dream that constantly came back to me. And it kind of was very, I don't know, it was interesting because, like, the scenery never changed. It was this world that would be endless and huge, and I would stand on like a plateau, like, yeah, like this, like some plateau, and I could like look really far into the, or like, I just could look very far, you know, and I see like other like plateaus and steps, like almost like a bathroom tile, and the tiles are like, you know, floating, and you could go anywhere, but you would just like, okay, so on these plateaus there's always like one door or like two doors, but just the door. So you would like walk in to the door, like you kind of either go into the door that you came from, you know, or you go into the new door. And the only way to leave your plateau is to go through a door. So I'm realizing right now that it's kind of the same manner as being trapped. I guess that's like a thing for me. So as a child, I ran through this corridor. Like, is that an English word? Probably not. Like, through this hallway. And it was just a hallway, nothing really, just gray walls, gray ceiling, not very big. It has like just, you know, like a carpet floor, gray, and it just has like on the one door, and it has like a exit sign, and like on the door I'm running to, because I'm running, there's this exit sign, and when I go through that door I end up at that plateau that I was talking to you about. And when I was little, I often got chased through this hallway by some sort of monster or something zombie. It was one of those zombies from like, I don't remember the horror movie, but I watched it one time and I was like, holy shit, that fucking zombie, yeah, that zombie kind of got me. So I'm like a child running away from this monster, and I know that I'm gonna end up on this plateau, and I never know if this fucking monster is gonna come catch up to me or like join me through this exit door, or if I'm like or if it's just gonna stay behind, you know. I don't really look behind me, I just fucking run. It's a zombie, like, you have to run from a zombie. Or you fight the zombie, but like what chance does like, you know, a kid have against a zombie without a weapon? I didn't have any fucking perks, nothing. I don't have an ability or something. I just have to run. So I run out of the door and I'm standing on the plateau, and that's usually when I woke up because I don't know if the fucking zombie is chasing me still. And at one point, I got to experience this like moment where I was like, damn, I know this place. Like, I've been here like a lot. So I slowly gained like the ability to know that it's a dream, or it's like the world that I know, you know? So I'm just trying to figure this out here, because this is already painted, so it's gonna be a little bit different. Yeah, so slowly I could like understand that it's a dream, but I couldn't stop that zombie. Like, even if I knew it was a dream, still the motherfucker was fucking chasing me. So that didn't work, you know. It was great, but it didn't really work. And then I was like, well, I'm trying to imagine something that it might be like a little goofy, that might be a little like random, that might help me. So I imagined my grandma in a, like as a wolf in a costume. And I don't know why, but it just came into my head. And it was a funny picture, and the wolf kind of had like this bathing hat on. When you don't want your hair to get wet, you can put them under, but not like one of the ones that is just completely super close to your head, but it has like some kind of jupe. I don't know. So, or I don't know if that is for the hair, probably. Yeah, so I imagined this picture, not related to my grandma, like in any way that, you know, I relate to it. I have like, I really love my grandma, so I guess I was just like, oh, she'll be okay with me using her image to run away from a fucking zombie. I mean, she's my grandma, she would want me to escape. And I didn't know, like, I don't know why I chose her specifically, but it's okay. So, okay. Oops. So I'm thinking about my grandma, like this zombie's chasing me, and I know I'm in the dream because the zombie's always the same zombie, it's always the same hallway, you know. And because I know it all, you know, I can like think about this image that I created of my grandma being the wolf, bathing wolf. And shit, concentrating and like telling that story, kind of difficult for me right now. Okay, and I did that, and I, in the dream, sort of got out of that world where he was chasing me, and just saw like a black screen with my grandma as like a wolf, bathing wolf. And that worked. And then I figured out that like, oh my god, I can like do anything in the dream because I can just switch the fucking scenery or whatever. So that's when I like kind of unlocked to like lucid dream when I was a child, and I can't do that anymore, sadly. Like back then, like I lost that ability, and I'm trying to regain it. And I think I'm coming closer to it again, because I'm reconnecting with my child, inner child, or whatever. Or I feel like I'm reconnecting with my inner child. Cause I think I really liked myself when I was a child. I really liked how I was, and I feel like lately I just felt like my me now can use a little bit of that childlike. Like I can use my child self as not a mentor, but what is the word? German word is Vorbild. I don't know. Example. Very poetic, but I think that's how I feel, you know. I think that we're super honest as children. Like, if we don't like something, we fucking usually say it or make it known in any way. You could cry or scream or sit on the ground and do it like funny, like a mad face. I think nowadays a lot of people, if they feel some sort of emotion, they don't really let it out in that way. Maybe in some more adult way, or they don't even maybe feel it so hard. That was just like, yeah. So I like to take my, trying to take my emotions more as they are. Try to be less of an adult about it. Not that I'm a crazy adult, but you know what I mean. I feel like that's why I wanted to do this thing. Like, as a child, I got along with everybody. I think not because, or like not everybody, but like the majority of people I got along with very like well. And that was not because I was more, certainly I wasn't more confident than now or whatever, but I was more open towards like how people are. Like, I wasn't so closed off, or like if somebody has different ideals, or if somebody is just has different approach to being, I wasn't totally like opposed to it, you know. Like, sometimes, especially in the city, in the big cities, there is so much of that going on. Like, we all are getting judged on different levels now. But how can you, in my mind right now, how can you be authentic? Which, like, that is what makes us interesting people. Being authentic, being who we are. That actually also completely is one of the only things that could single out, like, identify us, like AI and shit, you know. If I'm authentic the way I am, I'm showing it to the world. People know who I am for real. That's something we can do as people in our society that other entities probably don't have the option to do. And also, I think, yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm still not over the thing if somebody's here. Yeah, fuck. No, I completely lost my train of thought. But I'm gonna get back into it in a second. Yeah, it's definitely not over the fact that somebody's here. I think I have to say to the people that I'm doing this, so they're, oh, I already said that. Okay, where was I? Being authentic, blah 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 blah. Yeah, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Maybe I'm gonna get it back eventually. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know what I wanted to say, but I think like if you are on a journey to be like yourself, authentic, blah blah blah, whatever, then I think that's like something everybody should try and achieve. Because that's what's gonna kill all of these random ass fucking brands. Like everybody's trying to play with all of the people's like, I want to be this, I want to be that. You just have to like be something, and then everything else will come to you naturally. You don't need like fucking any brand enforcing all of that. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but I don't know how to put it in words better right now. Maybe I'll touch on that at some point later. Blah blah blah. It's a beautiful thing to just be yourself. And that's how we're going to change the world. Just be ourselves. Hopefully that's gonna mean something. But it got a little bit philosophical now. That's something that I'm thinking about a lot right now, and had like discussions about with friends and shit. So I feel like I wanted to talk about it. This is going somewhere. This is really going somewhere. I don't know what I think about like the whole, like something's happening. Something's clearly happening. I think I wanna have some calmness in the painting. And one of the points where I wanna have calmness is probably here. So I'm just going to do that. And make it more calm. It's coming into the background nicely. It's like not completely vanishing, just like going back. I really like. And then this is also not necessarily good edge, I guess, because it's mirroring the horn. it's a little bit better, I think. And then same kind of goes for here, I guess. Even though this is such a cool shape already, I can already see something in it. I just don't know how to put it together because it is gonna overload this side, I think. But still, we can still go ahead and place more shadow on here. Well, maybe it's gonna work, who knows? Maybe it's gonna work. I don't know. I don't know how it could work. Yeah. This was much better, I think, than the first one. I ended the first one on some random story about mothers in a cafe, so it's already better. Still in like the process of, I don't know how to necessarily combine all of this here. I feel like I would maybe create another shape here. I don't know. I think maybe I should start applying some darkness on the other side, so I can see what I want to do as details on the other side, or what I might add to the mix. Pretty boring in terms of mixing colors and everything right now, because just have to cover some ground. I need to put some of the warmer color in here, and then I'm gonna single this out a little bit. Or, yeah. Okay. Now I'm at the point where I don't know what to talk about it anymore. Where it's like, I don't want to talk about random people in a coffee place now. But at the same time, I want another cigarette. So, problematic. It is problematic. I would love to show I would love to make this really graceful, And I think I want darkness down here. I want darkness over here, and I want some kind of some kind of maybe balcony shape. Probably make, what should the bottom be? It probably should be a pretty blue mixture. Oh, that's so dark. That's so dark. That's so dark, wow. That's almost black. That's crazy. Maybe in the light, but that's so fucking dark. Just do it. Just fucking do it. I'm just doing some random ass shit. It's not random ass shit, but I don't know what to say. Just going with the flow. Clean the brush. Go into the dark. I don't like that. The thing is, I want to make the bottom. I want to make the bottom an interesting area. Obviously. And I think the only way of doing what I actually want to do, which is these parts, I want them to be kind of mad, like holy ground or something like that. Very white, tiny, clean sort of structures, shards and everything that's kind of sit in this cave's darkness. I want to have like some graceful energy together with something frightening, like not frightening, something watchful, maybe. this to be more pronounced. Give her some figure. Okay, I ran out of topics. I didn't want to sound too sad about it. I'm actually glad how it turned out. But I think I need to make a list or something, or I just like start and like talk a little bit and then end the fucking episode and then do something off like on my own and then come back and do it like that, just if I feel like it and shit. Maybe I'm already gonna upload it. If I do, please, yeah, let me know what you think, and thank you to everybody who's watching. And I need a name for the series. I hope I'm gonna do a series, because every time I do a series, I end up only doing 2 episodes or 1. And then I don't upload it and it's gonna die. So pray for me. Goodbye.